Coming up on the Raiders Report, what are the chances that the Raiders draft Kyler Murray because Jon Gruden is having a private meeting with him and one other quarterback? Will the Raiders trade for running back Jordan Howard? I featured this on a show about a week ago. Find out coming up in a little bit. Which running back does Jon Gruden have his eyes on? All coming up on the Raiders Report. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, brought to you by My TV Choice app. Download it today. First rumor, commercials are the best thing about television. This one's real. Chucky Heads, Tuck Rule, Tuck That. Download the app today at mytvchoice.com. Get rid of commercials forever. All right, first real rumor, private meeting with Dwayne Haskins. This one's for Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. The Raiders do, in fact, have a meeting with Ohio State quarterback Dwayne Haskins. Now, before you overreact, everyone just pump the brakes a little bit. Now, this one is out from Albert Breer, and I personally love the fact that the Raiders are having the meeting with Haskins, who threw for 50 touchdowns, who you could argue would have won the Heisman in most years if it wasn't for Tua and if it wasn't for Kyler Murray. Now, Mitch, why do I love the fact that the Raiders are meeting with Dwayne Haskins? Because I like to make money, and I love rumors. And the fact that the Raiders are doing this also is simply because teams are going to be interested in Dwayne Haskins, and I'm sure Mike Mayock and I'm sure Jon Gruden want teams to think and believe that, yeah, we have serious interest in Dwayne Haskins. Why? So then a team can maybe trade up, and you're going to get more picks. So, John, Mike, I applaud you because I absolutely love the fact that you're meeting with Dwayne Haskins. But I want to know from everybody watching, will the Raiders draft a quarterback in the 2019 NFL Draft? Not just round 1, not round 2, 3, all the way up to 7. Will the Raiders draft a quarterback? Let me know. Type Y for yes and for no. If you guys like privates, guess what? Get another private meeting here with Kyler Murray for Chucky Heads. Believe it, baby. Good job again, John. Good job again, Mike. Now, I absolutely love Kyler Murray, and I know Jon Gruden does too. Heck, he's come out multiple times and said that he's just fallen in love with the Heisman-winning quarterback. He even also came out and said that he doesn't believe quarterbacks need to be tall anymore. And this is another report, again, from Albert Breer. So, again, John, I salute you. Mike, I salute you for having a private meeting with Kyler Murray. Why? Because there are legit rumors that Kyler Murray could be the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 NFL Draft. And in my opinion, Murray is the best quarterback in this year's draft. And there are multiple teams that would be willing to give up picks for Kyler Murray. I like the number 4 pick, but I'm worried maybe maybe Nick Bosa's not there. Maybe Josh Allen's not there. If we can't get one of those 2 players and really fit that big defensive end need for us, in my opinion, I'd rather just trade the pick away. So maybe a team like the Jags, maybe a team like the Giants, maybe a team like the Dolphins, Broncos, whoever needs a quarterback will trade up to number 4 because they think the Raiders are interested in Kyler Murray and Dwayne Haskins because we're having a private meeting. Now, I'm going to ask you this, all right? Now, this doesn't mean I want the Raiders to draft either Haskins or Murray, so pump your brakes. Who's the better quarterback, all right? Let's just have a real legitimate NFL conversation. Dwayne Haskins or Kyler Murray? Who's the better quarterback? When you type H for Haskins, M for Murray. I'm typing my M for Murray because I love me some Kyler Murray. Next rumor. Let's get it. Murray to the Raiders at pick number 4. This one's one Chucky Head, and I think it's a small shred of truth. Now, if you guys watch the show, which I'm hoping you do, and make sure you do at youtube.com/Raiders Report, you know that my go-to guy for NFL draft content is Tom Downey. And you should give him a shout out at What Going Downey, but he recently mocked Kyler Murray to the Oakland Raiders at pick 4. And Tom, you're flustering me a little bit because I tell people if you want to go get the number 1 person for NFL draft content, it's Tom. And it scares the hell out of me that Tom mocked Kyler Murray to the Oakland Raiders at 4. Tom is one of the best in the biz, and the fact that he's doing this, it's freaking me out a little bit. So here's Tom's first-round mock for the Oakland Raiders. He had Kyler Murray at number 4, Clelin Ferrell at 24, and Noah Fant at 27. If you're telling me right now we can get Clelin Ferrell at 24 and Noah Fant at 27, I absolutely freaking love that. But the Kyler Murray one's making me scratch some heads, and I'm scratching my head right now, and it's a good thing that I'm off camera because it's not the one that you're thinking. So I want you guys to comment on this, okay? I want you to tweet at What Going Downey your thoughts about his mock draft. There's his Twitter handle. okay? If you like his mock, give him a follow. But tweet at WhatGoingDowney, okay? Give him your honest thoughts about what you think about his mock. Kyler Murray 4, Cleveland Ferrell at 24, Noah Fant at 27. If you want to bet on the NFL draft, have some fun props, we have some fun ones at BetDSI. Go to chatsports.com/bet. Be a big baller. Use my promo code Raiders120 for 120% deposit bonus. If you have no idea what that means, it basically means you put down $50, you'll get 6 for free. You put down $100, get 120 for free. Can you do math? SATs, $500, $600 for free. Shout out to BetDSI for getting us up with the best promo code on the internet. All right, next rumor rolling in here. Carr is the Raiders quarterback. This rumor is straight from Jon Gruden himself. 0 Chucky heads? No, I'm kidding. 4 Chucky heads. Believe it, baby. Derek Carr is the Raiders quarterback. And I listened to Jon Gruden's press conference today. He talked a little bit about the draft. He talked about the Raiders' future. He talked about Derek Carr. Here's his exact quote. He's going to be our quarterback. He threw for 4,100 yards. Not 100% accurate, John. Threw for almost 70% in a very dire, tough circumstance. So I've got a lot of confidence in Carr, what he can do with Antonio Brown, with Tyrell Williams, with Trent Brown coming in here to help our offensive line. Now, John, I see your quote, and I totally agree with you. I will say this, though. 2019 is prove-it year for Derek Carr, and I might as well get it tattooed on my chest, no regrets, right? I get that Oakland is built around Carr all offseason. And I understand that Carr and Gruden has confidence in him. But, John, you also said that you weren't going to trade Khalil Mack. John, you also said you weren't going to trade Amari Cooper. So I'm going to take your word with a grain of salt. I really do believe that Carr is going to be the quarterback for the Raiders. And when I look at all these other years and stats, right, I don't want to just look at stats. Derek Carr grew more as a man and more as a quarterback in 2018 than 2017 to 2015 combined. Why? Because you're dealing with a whole bunch of new faces like Jordy Nelson. You're dealing with Seth Roberts, please. And now you're going to get Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams, J.J. Nelson, and a bunch of really talented players. I think Carr's the quarterback in 2019, but in 2020, and you only have a $5 million cap hit, all I'm saying is, Derek, you better prove it this year. And I got to prove to you guys that I can drink 84 beers in 6 minutes. So mark in your calendars. April 2nd, 2019, which is about a week away, at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, I will drink 84 beers in 6 minutes. Also, I'm going to be giving away an Antonio Brown jersey, so make sure you guys subscribe to youtube.com/Raiders Report. If you're not already entered in the Antonio Brown jersey giveaway, hit me up on IG or Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365. I'll walk you through the process. All right, next rumor. Jordan Howard. Are the Raiders trading for him? 1 Chucky head, and I just think it's a small shred of truth. So I listened very closely to what Jon Gruden said at his press conference, and he talks a lot about running backs. Now, I know that the Bears want to move on from Jordan Howard because he was a bad fit with Matt Nagy. He was. I mean, let's just be real. He's a good running back, but was a bad fit in an offense that wanted to pass the ball a little bit more. Here's the thing, though, okay? I'm digging into what Gruden's saying. I'm listening. So this is what Gruden said. We're looking for a 3-down running back. I value versatility. Young running backs who can contribute in the pass protection are hard to find. Now, if you look at 2018, he averaged 3.7 yards per carry. It was his first year in his career where he had under 1,000 yards. And when I look at Jordan Howard, he's a talented running back. But the key thing that Gruden says in there is versatile. He's not a versatile running back. I think Jordan Howard is one of the worst pass-catching running backs in the NFL. Now, I will say this. I think Howard and Jalen Richard would be an interesting combo. The only issue, when you put Jordan Howard on the field, you kind of know it's going to be a run play. And with all these talented wide receivers that they just went out and got, I don't think it makes much sense anymore to go out and trade for Jordan Howard. And when I look to see what Jon Gruden's saying, it doesn't make sense if you want a versatile running back, because Jordan, he should not be on the field for 3rd down. So for that, 1 Chucky head, small shred of truth. You guys want to get on the show? Easy way to do it is Super Chat right now. Anytime I go live, anytime you watch, you want to get on the show, Super Chat me. And the last time I went live was on March 20th. That seems like forever ago. And on March 20th, Daryl Anderson basically just whipped out his huge checkbook and dropped $100 right on the Super Chat. And Daryl, I hope you enjoyed the show that I made. I devoted the show. So if you Super Chat me $100, I'll make your own show. Believe it, baby. Also give a shout out to everybody else who Super Chatted me $5. And then Budeo there at the bottom with $1.99. If you guys don't know how to Super Chat, It's just you click that nice little dollar sign right underneath the comment section on youtube.com/Raiders Report. All right, I want to give a shout out again to all my awesome watchers. Please interact with me on YouTube, on Twitter, and on IG at Mitchell Renz 365. And today's Raiders Report is brought to you by My TV Choice app. Get rid of commercials with My TV Choice app. All right, one more rumor here. Gruden wants Josh Jacobs, running back out of Alabama in the 2019 NFL Draft. Drum roll, please. Two Chucky Heads people are talking, and the guy that's talking is Jon Gruden. And again, I take what he says, and I'm looking at it. And he says he wants a young and versatile running back with 3-down upside. And he says that they're hard to find. John, you're 100% right. They're hard to find because Josh Jacobs is the only running back in the 2019 NFL Draft that fits that mold. He is the only running back, in my opinion, with 3 down, who can pass protect, who can catch the ball at a decent rate. Sure, he didn't run the greatest 40 time, but you know who also ran over a 4.6? Kareem Hunt. You know who also ran over a 4.6? Alvin Kamara. Guess what? Running in pads and running without pads is a lot different. Now, here are my top running backs in the 2019 Draft. Josh Jacobs, to me, fits the mold of what Jon Gruden describes. Now, Miles Sanders is okay. Henderson, I like Henderson, but he's more of like a third-round running back to me. David Montgomery, Damian Harris, they're okay, right? They don't fit the mold of what Jon Gruden is explaining and what he's looking for right now. Now, if Jacobs comes over to the Raiders, he's the number 1 running back right away. I mean, he is. And Marshawn Lynch, Doug Martin, they're both free agents. Chris Warren, again, tweet at him. We got to figure out what his weight is. Jalen Richard, he's a talented running back, led the team with 68 receptions last year, but he's not an every down running back. You insert Josh Jacobs into this backfield, he is the number 1 running back on this team right away. With that being said, do you want the Raiders to draft Josh Jacobs in round 1? I don't see Josh Jacobs falling to round 2. I mean, maybe the Raiders could get him at pick 35, but I think that is a bit of a stretch. So, with that being said, we're either taking him at 24 or 27. Do you want the Raiders to draft Josh Jacobs in the first round? Type D for draft, type P for pass. Now I'm signing off, and you guys can also say goodbye to commercials forever. Download today, mytvchoice.com. It's the My TV Choice app. If you want to see me, if you want to see updates on the NCAA tournament, like up there below, and you don't have to watch commercials ever again, download today, mytvchoice.com. Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the number 1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky Heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this, I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.